Okay, yesterday we have stopped related to the second unit, important question discussion revision. Okay, okay, we are in the subset selection attributes for the data reduction. Let us go for that one, guys. That is fourth question. Okay, we need to slide 40 onwards. Okay, let us discuss it. Understand the question, guys. Write a note on subset selection in the attribute for data reduction. Okay, in the data reduction we will have the different strategies will be there. In that one particular strategy is subset selection. Let us see that one. We need to 40 slide onwards. First of all, guys, can you able to see the screen? Okay, guys. Okay, you need to slide number 40 for the subset selection. Okay, okay, this subset selection will be the part of the overall data reduction, guys. Okay, in the data reduction we will have the data cube aggregation will be there and attribute selection is there. Okay, in addition to that, numericity reduction and dimensional reduction there, but they have specifically asked about the attribute subselection. Okay, let us go for that one, attribute subselection. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to reduce the data size by removing the irrelevant and redundant attributes. Okay, repeated attributes and irrelevant attributes we are going to remove, and we are going to reduce the attribute size. Obviously, the size will be reduced with the help of attribute subselection. Okay, here mainly four steps will be there. One is stepwise forward, stepwise backward elimination. Okay, stepwise forward is a selection, stepwise backward is a elimination, and the next one is combination of forward and backward eliminations, and finally decision tree reduction. We already know about the decision tree. Okay, let us see the stepwise forward, how we are going to reduce the number of attributes. Stepwise forward, look, we are going to start with the empty subset, guys. Okay, okay, in that we are going to add the different attributes. Okay, how we are going to add the attribute is best of the original attributes. Okay, we are going to identify from the starting attribute to the ending attribute. Okay, each and every attribute we are going to check which one is the best of attribute. Okay, best of original attributes, and we are going to add that one to the empty set. Okay, first we are going to check the first attribute. Okay, we are going to check the best of the original attributes. Okay, if it is fine means we are going to add it to the original price. Okay, that is subset selection. Okay, if it is not at all good means we are going to leave that one. Likewise, we are going to proceed, guys. Okay, here this is a iterative process, guys. Okay, here it is a iterative process. Now we are going to proceed. First, we are going to start with one attribute. Okay, if it is best means we are going to add it to the attribute subset. If not means we are going to move to the second attribute. Likewise, we are going to check iteratively all the things. Okay, the second one is stepwise backward elimination means here start with the full attribute set. Okay, first one we are going to select from the full attribute set. Okay, if it is worst attribute means we are going to remove that one. If it is best attribute means we are going to place it inside that attribute list, guys. In this way we are going to proceed, guys. Okay, previous one is we are going to start with the empty attributes. Okay, if it is good means we are going to add the attribute. Okay, in the second process, guys, stepwise backward elimination. Okay, that is the reverse process. Okay, here full attribute set we are going to take. Okay, we will take the pick the one attribute. Okay, check for the goodness, and if it is good means we are going to place it inside that one. If it is worst means we are going to remove that attribute, guys. Okay, that is step for backward, stepwise backward elimination. Next one is it is a combination of forward and backward, guys. రెండు combined గా చేసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. Forward as well as backward we are going to combinedly here. Okay, next one is decision tree induction, guys. Okay, this is comes under the classification one. Okay, here what we are going to do is we are going to made a one model. Okay, we are going to construct a one model based on the input data. Okay, that we call them as a classifier. After that, if any unknown class attributes comes, we are comparing the data with the original data of the decision tree. Okay, finally we will get the one class label related to that one, that is the prediction. In this way we are going to check in the decision tree. Okay, here decision tree is a flowchart like structure, tree like structure. It will have the root node, it will have the internal nodes, it will have the finally leaf nodes. Okay, internal nodes will have the condition, guys. Okay, each internal node will have the condition, and the output of the branches will denotes the output of that condition, guys. Output from that internal node will denotes the okay the test conditions, test output from the branches, guys. Finally the leaf nodes will represent finally class labels. Finally leaf nodes will represent the class labels, guys. Okay, this is the thing related to the decision tree. Okay, here the main important thing in the decision tree construction is which one we are going to make as a attribute to partition. Okay, for that we have seen the method in ID3. Previous entropy and మనం చూసాం కదా, the entropy gain we are going to calculate. From that one we are going to select the which one is the okay partitional attribute. Partitional, best partitional attribute we are going to select. We are going to make that one as a root one. Okay, that process we have already explained. Okay, based on the gain of the attribute values we are going to select the which one is the attribute for the partition. Okay, దీనికి వచ్చేపటికి థర్డ్ యూనిట్లో ID3 లో డెసిషన్ ట్రీ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ దగ్గర నేను చెప్పాను. Okay, four formulas will be there. Based on that one we are going to select the which one is the partitional attribute. Okay, we are going to select it. Okay, this is the thing related to the attribute subset selection. Okay, now attribute subset selection is over. After that one, data cleaning techniques. Okay, let us go for that one. Second unit to slide 10 onwards. Okay, data cleaning, guys. Normally the real world data consists of that is incomplete noise and inconsistent data. We have to make that one to clean with the help of data cleaning techniques. Okay, in the data cleaning techniques we are going to fill the missing values, we are going to smoothen the noisy data, and we are going to remove the outliers. Okay, in the data cleaning these are the main techniques we are going to use. First one is missing values, noisy data. Okay, removing the noisy data, and the next one is data cleaning as a process. These are the three techniques used in the data cleaning. The first one is missing values. First one is missing values. Okay, missing values and how we are going to identify. Okay, after that we have there are different ways for filling the missing values. First one is ignoring the tough one, just we going to leave that one. And the second one is filling the missing values with manually. Okay, of identifying that missing value and fill that missing value manually. That is a time consuming one for the large data set, guys. These are disadvantages related to that one. Next one is filling that missing value with the attribute mean. Okay, mean తీసుకుని attribute యొక్క mean తీసుకుని దాన్ని missing values లో put చేయడం. Okay, the next one is filling those missing values with a global constant. Okay, like infinity, unknown, like that. Using these class labels we are going to fill the missing values. And the next one is most probable value. We are going to take the probability of that particular value. Okay, there are different methods for finding the probable value, right? Regression, Bayesian classification, and decision tree. Decision tree we have seen, guys. Okay, uh, the Bayesian classification that will comes in the fourth unit, and regression we have already seen. Okay, in the regression we are linear regression will be there. Okay, multiple regression will be there. Linear regression means only two variables will be there. Based on that one we are going to form one equation. Okay, if in the equation if we know the one value means obviously we are going to find another value, that is the probability. Okay, these are the different methods. Okay, here we are going to follow in the probable value for filling the missing. Okay, and the next one, okay, till now we have seen missing values. The next one is noisy data. How we are going to rectify this noisy data means with the help of binning technique and regression technique and clustering technique, we are going to find out the noisy data and we are going to rectify it. First one is the binning. Okay, here two methods will be there: binning by means and binning by boundaries. Binning by means and binning by boundaries. Okay. Okay, here winning by means of means what are the first step we are going to do is we are going to, this is the input data. First we have to sort the data. After that one we have to divide that one into equal depth frequencies. That is okay, I have divided this overall data into three bins, that each bin contains the four elements. First four elements in the first bin, second four element in the second bin, third four elements in the third. Okay, the next one what we are going to do is we are going to calculate the average here means. Okay, we are going to fill the early values with the means. And the next one is binning the overall data with a boundaries guys, means either 4 or 15 I am going to fill it. For the next bin 21 or 25 I am going to fill it. Okay, and the next one 26 and 34 I am going to fill it. In this way we are going to rectify the errors in the noisy data in the overall data. And the next one is the regression, guys. How we are going to eliminate the noisy data means regression. Okay, regression nothing but we are going to find out the relationship between the two or more variables in the form of equation. With the help of equation, we are going to predict the values. Okay, in this way we are going to find out the noisy data, guys. Okay. So suppose this is the overall data, how we are going to represent this one within the regression means with the help of one line equation that satisfies the maximum number of points. This is the line equation, guys. Okay, for suppose here the line equation I know one x value. Okay, from that one I can find out the y value at this particular point. In this way I'm going to predict it. Okay, and moreover that the equation, the points that is very far from this line, we are going to take that as a erroneous data or noisy data or outliers. Okay, though in that way we are going to find out the erroneous data. Okay, the next one is the clustering, guys. Okay, another method for eliminating the erroneous data. Okay, in the cluster, guys, how we are going to identify the errors means here in the clustering we are going to form the clusters. What is meant by cluster means all the related property objects are we are going to group into one object. That one we call them as a cluster. All the related property objects we are going to group, that one we are going to call them as a cluster. If you take the two objects from the one cluster, they will have the same properties. For suppose I want to take a one object from one cluster, another object from the another cluster, they will have the different properties. Why? Because they are from the different clusters. Okay, and here any object that is outside of these all the clusters, we call them as a erroneous or noisy data. In this way we are going to find out the erroneous or noisy data and we are going to remove guys with the help of cluster. Understand, guys? Okay, clustering is the sixth unit, guys. We are going to different techniques related to the clustering in the sixth unit. Okay, here if you observe, guys, okay, this is one cluster, this is one cluster. Here some points, okay, those are outside of these clusters. These we call them as erroneous or noisy data or outliers. The both are the three of them are same numbers. Noisy data or erroneous data, outliers same. These red color dots are errors. In this way we are going to identify the noisy and erroneous data. And the next one is data cleaning as a process, guys. Okay, data cleaning is a process. This is the third and the final step related to the data cleaning. Okay, fine. Now this question is over. The next one is what is a normalization? Explain the any two normalization methods. What is a normalization? Explain any two normalization methods. That is the question. Next question, guys. Okay. Let us go for this one. You need to slide number 59 onwards. You need to slide number 59 onwards. New question, Ravi. Normalization. Okay guys, here is a topic related to data trend. Okay, this will comes under the data transformation guys. Okay, data transformation, the normalization comes under the data transformation. Okay, let us go directly for the data normalization. Okay, normally guys, if you take the database from the different countries, okay, they will have the different units. Okay, like in India they will follow one type of unit, in UK they will follow another unit. Okay, we have to come take that one to one unified unit guys. Okay, for normalization guys, there are methods like max mean normalization, z-score normalization will be there, and decimal scale normalization. Okay, in the second unit, if they ask the question means, okay, they will ask the particularly related to the problematic questions like max mean normalization or z-score normalization or decimal scale. Okay, problematic ఏదైనా question వచ్చిందంటే that will comes from these topics only, like max mean normalization, z-score normalization or decimal scaling, or variance related గానీ స్టాండర్డ్ డీవియేషన్ గురించి కానీ క్వశ్చన్స్ దే విల్ ఆస్క్ గైస్. ఓకే, simple, nothing. Okay, here the numerical attributes, okay, those values are v1 to vn, and what is the name of that attribute, that is a, and how many observations will be there, n observations there. How we are going to calculate the maximum normalization and z-score normalization and decimal scaling letters. Okay, this is the formula for the maximum normalization. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to scale the data to another fixed range. For suppose normally the input data is range from 1 to 100. I want to scale it from 0 to 1 guys. How we are going to make that one means with the help of min max normalization we can perform it guys. Okay, here the new maximum value is 1 and the new minimum value is 0 here. What is the new maximum value? 1 and new minimum value is 0. Here these are the values, new min and new max. Okay, here this is the input data. Minimum and maximum are the original data, minimum and maximum value. New min, no max are, new minimum is 0, new maximum is 1 guys. Okay, we all know the values. Vi means individual value. We are going to convert that one to new value. Okay. For suppose here, okay, in the minimum maximum normalization, one problem they have given guys. Minimum and maximum values are they have given. Okay, and the next one is the new range they have given, that is 0, 0.0 and 1.0. New minimum, new maximum they have given. Okay, and the original values of new minimum, no maximum also we have given. Okay, they have given, they are asking the question. Okay, in the by using minimum maximum normalization, find the value of this one. Obviously guys, 73,600. Okay, this value will be between 0 to 1 only. This value will be between 0 to 1 only. Okay, that is the output we are going to get here. Okay, we know the minimum value and maximum value of the original one. Okay, and the new minimum, new maximum also we have now. Just we have to substitute those values in the this formula. Va means what is the value we are going to calculate, that is 73,600. Okay, next one is minimum a. What is the minimum a here? 12,000. Next one is in the dividend. Okay, max a, min a. What is the maximum value here? Old one, 98,000. What is the minimum value? 12,000. Next one is in brackets. Okay, new max, new minimum. New max means 1, new minimum means 0. Finally added with the new minimum, that is 0. Okay, just nothing. Okay, what is the value we got it here? Okay, 0.716. This is the new value for the 73,600. 0.716 is the new value for the 73,600. In this way we are going to scale the value to the new ranges guys. Okay, understand guys? Clear? అర్థమైందరా? Okay, okay, hope you have understand this one. Okay, the next one is the z-score normalization. This is the another way, okay, to standardize the values, okay, to scale to the new range. Okay, what is the formula here? Va means the individual value. Okay, a bar means that is the mean, and this is the standard deviation guys. Okay, for calculating z-score normalization we have to need the standard deviation. What is the formula of standard deviation also we have to know guys. The next one is normalization by decimal scale. This is the formula for that one. Va by 10 power j. How we are going to get the j value means, for suppose the values are in between 1 to 1000. Okay, nearer value of 10 power value is 1000. Okay, we are going to divide that one with a 10 power 3 guys. 10 power 2 means 100, 10 power 3 means 1000 కాబట్టి the j value is 3 guys. Okay, for suppose here is the example for that one. The values are between minus 9886 to 917. What is the maximum value here? 917. Nearer to the 10 power value is 1000. Okay, we are going to divide all these values by 10 power 10 square, that is 10 power 3, that is 1000 అన్ని divide చేస్తాం. The values are will be come to the new square. Okay, for example here 917, they are going to normal just 1000 to divide just the 0.917. Likewise 986, they are normal just to 0.986, like that. That is all related to the normalization guys. దీంట్లో కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చూసుకోండి, ఫార్ములాస్ తీసుకోండి, then you can easily grasp it. Standard deviation formula కూడా తీసుకోండి. ఎందుకని for this calculation of this one Z score normalization you need the standard deviation formula కూడా మీకు తెలుసు. Okay, the next one is various forms of data preprocessing. Various forms of data preprocessing. తెలుసుకున్న data preprocessing గురించి మొత్తం అంతా కూడా మీరు రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. Data preprocessing, what is the things we have to perform, data transformation, data reduction, okay, data integration, all these things, data cleaning, we have to write it here guys. Okay, and the diagram also you need it. Okay, while writing the examination guys, the most and foremost things is diagrams as well as subheadings. Okay, don't forget those things guys, diagrams and subheadings. Okay, those are the foremost things we have to write it down, right? And the next one is describe the problem of data quality with some example. Describe the problem of data quality with example. Also explain the usage of future subselection. This one we already discussed guys. Okay, data quality గురించి రాయాలంటే కనుక you can write it data cleaning గురించి రాయొచ్చు. Okay, problems of data quality means you can write it about the data cleaning గురించి రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకే, డేటా క్వాలిటీ అంటే ఇది కొత్త విషయం అనుకోవద్దండి, క్వాలిటీని డిసైడ్ చేసేది క్లీనింగే కదా, క్లీనింగ్ గురించి మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఓవరాల్గా ప్రీ ప్రాసెసింగ్ గురించి మీరు డేటా క్వాలిటీలో రాసుకోవచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఇది కొత్త వర్డ్ అని చెప్పేసి ఇది వదిలేయద్దే. ఓకేనా, క్లియర్ గైస్?
టాబ్లెట్ వేసుకుంటాం.
Okay, data quality means pre-processing, you have to write it down. Data cleaning, data reduction, you can write it, all these things. Okay, and the next one is feature subselection. It will comes under the data reduction part. Feature subselection, data reduction part. Okay, these four methods will be there. We have to write it down about that one. That is step forward, backward combination, and decision tree. We have to write it for the feature subset selection. Okay, so చూద్దాం అంటే చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. Okay, feature subset selection. యూనిట్ 2 లో ఉంటుంది. యూనిట్ 2 లో okay, this one guys, యూనిట్ 2 లో attribute subset selection. Okay, the techniques are stepwise forward, backward, combination, and decision tree. We have already discussed this one. Forward means okay, empty set 2 నుంచి okay, each attribute select check చేసుకొని which one is the good one, we have to add it to that empty list. In the backward, we are going to start the full set of attributes. Okay, each one we are going to check from that set. Okay, if it is good means then leave it. If it is not worst means we are going to remove that attribute. Okay, combination means both will be included. Decision tree. Okay, when the decision tree means in the decision tree construction we will have attribute partition. Okay, measures for the attribute partition. Okay, we will have the different measures like in ID3 we have discussed gain calculation based on the gain for the attribute which is having the highest value. We are going to take that attribute for the decision tree construction. We are going to make that one as a decision partitional attribute. Okay, in the construction of decision tree. Okay, this way all these things will be used for the subset selection, attribute subset selection. Okay, that one. Next one is what is the data consolidation? ఏం రాస్తామండి దీని గురించి చెప్పండి ఒకసారి. డేటా కన్సాలిడేషన్ మనైతే నేనైతే ఏం చెప్పాను కన్సాలిడేషన్ గురించి ఎనీవన్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఇట్ ఫర్ ద డేటా కన్సాలిడేషన్. డేటా కన్సాలిడేషన్ కి ఏం రాస్తాం? ఎనీవన్ ప్లీజ్. డేటా కన్సాలిడేట్. కన్సాలిడేట్ అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ కన్సాలిడేట్? కన్సాలిడేట్ డేటా కన్సాలిడేషన్. ఓకే, నేను ఆప్షన్స్ ఇస్తాను. డేటా రిడక్షన్, ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్, ఇంటిగ్రేషన్, క్లీనింగ్. Okay, which one will comes related to the data consolidation? Okay, which one we have to write it here? In the pre-processing we haven't discussed this word data consolidation, but this one is similar to the another one. Which one, guys? Tell me. Respond. Data consolidation అంటే దేని కిందకి వస్తుంది? Okay, డేటా కన్సాలిడేషన్ అనేది నియర్ టు ద డేటా ఇంటిగ్రేషన్. ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ కి దగ్గరగా ఉంటుంది డేటా ఇంటిగ్రేషన్. హౌ టు రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ద ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అండ్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ టైప్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ టెక్నిక్స్ లైక్ అగ్రిగేషన్. దోస్ థింగ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్. లెట్ us go for that one once. Okay, unit 2 slide 27 almost one has responded. Very good, చాలా ఫాస్ట్ గా రెస్పాండ్ అయ్యారు. Various data in a single place that we call them as integration. Am I right or wrong? అంతేనా కదా ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ అన్నమాట. ఓకే, యూనిట్ 2 yes, right, data consolidation. Okay, unit 2 slide 27. Data integration. These are the things we have to write it down. Schema integration and object matching, redundancy, and detection and resolution of data value conflicts. These things we have explained yesterday, guys. Okay, object matchings. Object matching means, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నేను వచ్చేపాటికి నా టేబుల్లో ఐడి అని ఉపయోగించాను. ఓకే, ఇంకొక పర్సన్ వచ్చేపాటికి ఇంకొక డేటాబేస్లో ఎస్ఐడి ఇచ్చేసాడు, ఇంకొక పర్సన్ వచ్చేపాటికి ఆర్ఐడి. బట్ ఆల్ ద త్రీ అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ హ్యావింగ్ ద సేమ్ వాల్యూ. వైల్ కంబైనింగ్ దట్ వన్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ కేర్ దట్ వన్. ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ప్లేస్ ఇట్ ఆన్ అట్రిబ్యూట్ లిస్ట్. Next one is redundancy. Okay, repeated attributes we have to remove that one. Okay, the next one is detection and resolution of data value conflicts. For suppose, okay, in India I'm using the kg. Okay, in UK they are using the pounds. In USA they are using the another measure for weight. So while combining that one we have to take this. Okay, consideration is also right while combining. Integrated related issue. The next one is data cleaning. We have seen, okay, missing values we choose from data cleaning లో. Okay, అలాగే different methods ఉన్నాయి. That is data cleaning లో slide number 10 onwards. సింపుల్ గానే ఉంటుంది, కష్టపడాల్సింది ఏమి ఉండదు. సెకండ్ యూనిట్. ఓకే, ఆల్సో What is a noisy data? Means incomplete noise and inconsistent data. What are the techniques for the cleaning? Missing values, noisy data, data cleaning. Already we have discussed this one, right? Missing values means ignoring the tuples. Okay. Next one is noisy data means binning, regression, clustering. We have some discussion already. We already discussed this one. And the final one is data cleaning as a process. Okay. Noisy data. ఓకే డేటా క్లీనింగ్లో బిన్నింగ్ గురించి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను మీన్స్ క్లీనింగ్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా అడుగుతున్నారు డేటా క్లీనింగ్ అనేది దాంట్లో ఉన్న మెథడ్స్ అనేది దే ఆస్క్ సో మెనీ టైమ్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్ దిస్ ఆల్ దీస్ ప్యాటర్న్స్ ఓకే డీప్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఆస్క్ okay subset selection we are going to ask simple things okay overall how many slides are there in the second unit 74 okay you can easily okay and moreover that they will ask the direct questions okay understand guys direct questions they will ask okay data cleaning overall process in that reduction transformation integration cleaning okay all these things if you know means and you can easily answer them okay ఫస్ట్ యూనిట్స్ ఏమైనా కష్టంగా ఉన్నాయా చాలా సింపుల్ గా ఉంటాయి ఓకే ఏమేమి క్వశ్చన్స్ కావాలో అన్ని ఎలా చదవాలో కూడా ఆల్రెడీ డాక్యుమెంట్ తయారు చేస్తాను ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు షేర్ దిస్ నెక్స్ట్ థర్డ్ యూనిట్ కి వెళ్దామండి ఓకే థర్డ్ యూనిట్ రిలేటెడ్ టు ద క్లాసిఫికేషన్ గైస్ థర్డ్ యూనిట్ ఈస్ మెయిన్లీ రిలేటెడ్ టు ద క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఓకే okay in the third unit they are going to mainly discuss about the decision tree guys decision tree గురించి మనం ఎక్కువగా మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం అన్నమాట okay the first one what is a method used for the classification okay can we use even if the some variables are okay here classification related 10th slide okay general approach we have to write it down normally in the classification two steps will be there one is learning step and then the next one is by using the learning step we have to classify it okay in the learning step we are going to construct the model okay we are going to build the model with the help of training data okay after that one we are going to classify this it means we are going to predict unknown class labels these are the two steps regarding the classification okay categorical data కూడా ఇది useful also right in the first step what we are going to do build the model okay with the training data after construction of that one okay we have to classify it with the test data and we are going to find out the accuracy of the classifier classifier is nothing but a model guys that is built by using the training data okay here the accuracy is established okay calculated if you are doing the good accuracy means we are going to use that one for the optimistic purpose okay right classification mainly two steps that is learning step classification step learning step means building the model classification means okay prediction of the new unknown class labels with the help of that model that is the decision tree what is the decision tree guys okay what is a decision tree classifier okay normally guys decision tree classifier is a classification model okay for building the decision tree for constructing the decision tree we are going to use this classifier okay after the classifier guys we are going to predict the unknown class labels with the help of the model okay with the help of the classifier we are going to predict the unknown class labels okay the next one is what is the rule classifier guys what is meant by rule classifier which is like if else structure రూపంలో ఉంటుందండి if else అనే structure రూపంలో ఉంటుంది okay if it is happens what is the next thing okay likewise ఇది మెయిన్ గా మనం where we are going to use means we are going to predict the unknown class label with the help of this if else rule okay it is another type of classifier guys rule classifier is another type of classifier for decision tree okay that will be in the form of if else rules okay that what is the importance of this one predicting the unknown class labels for predicting the unknown class labels we are going to use this one okay in the if part we call them as a antecedent Okay, if part లో ఉన్న condition ఏమంటే antecedent అంటాం. అదకే the next one is we call them as a consequent, that is prediction clause. Okay, prediction clause. For suppose if it is happen, then next, for suppose if rain is happened, then the match will be cancelled, that is the consequent. Okay, what is the if part? If rain comes, that is the antecedent. Okay, okay, by using the if condition we are going to predict. For suppose, this is the rule I got in the classification. For suppose anything, for suppose in the future whenever the rain happens, the match will be cancelled. Okay, in that way I am going to predict the unknown class label, that is match cancel. Okay, whenever rain happens, the match will be cancelled, that is the prediction I can get it for this. Okay, the next one is pre-pruning and post-pruning, guys. Okay, unit 3 slide 63 almost last lo మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా. Pruning means, what is meant by pruning, guys? Cutting. Normal ga what is the meaning of pruning means? Cutting the trees branches. Okay, here the tree pruning, guys. In the tree pruning, what we are going to do is we are going to remove the erroneous and outlier branches from the decision. Erroneous and outlier branches from the decision tree, guys. Okay, what is the main importance of the decision tree లో వచ్చేప్పటికి ఏం చేస్తాం? ట్రీ ని మనము తగ్గిస్తామండి, సైజ్ యొక్క ట్రీని తగ్గిస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఓకే, ట్రీ turns to smaller and lesser the complex. Okay, after that one the tree will be smaller as well as less complex also. Why? Because we have removed the noisy erroneous branches. Okay, and moreover that after that one it is faster and better to classify the results, guys. Okay, here if you observe, guys, okay, here coming to the right side of this root. Okay, all the branches are pointing to the class B, then no need of these sub branches, just removing all these things. If we place that one to pointing to B means the tree will be followed. For suppose here in the right left hand side it is pointing to A and B and A, you cannot merge all these things, but here all the branches, okay, all the leaf nodes are pointing to class B means we are going to remove all these things here and we are going to point into the class B label. Okay, in this way we are going to prune the tree. Okay, pre-pruning alage post-pruning. Pre-pruning means while constructing the decision tree we are going to prune it. Okay, we are going to remove the erroneous and noisy data. Post-pruning means what we are going to do here is the post-pruning. Okay, after the construction of the decision tree we are going to prune the data, guys. We are going to identify the subtrees. Okay, those are unnecessary or erroneous, we are going to remove in the post-pruning after the construction of the decision tree, guys. Clear? Okay, decision tree, guys. Okay, we're going to see in the next class, guys, that is the induction deduction related to the classification. Okay, all the things in the next class we are going to see it. Okay, next class we are going to complete the third class. Okay, after that once we can come, we can go forward for the book. Hope you have understand this session. Any doubts you can ask me, guys, anytime.